Evening, everybody. Shauna here. I'm in for the masculine and feminine report. I'm going to sneak in and go to bed. Again, where's the afternoon go? I have no idea, but it is not here now. This is the evening already. Anyway, I guess it means I have a life. Okay, so divine masculine and feminine. Here's a secret. Everyone's divine, right? I think the whole deal is it's whoever chooses to use this in the way that it was meant to be used, right? Divine masculine and feminine. Hey, baby. So what I'll do is I'm going to get right into it. I pulled a whole bunch of cards. I just do what I'm told. And we're going to go through them. I have love and sex cards, general energies. We kind of skipped over the spiritual stuff this week for the divine masculine and feminine, but nonetheless, and then some general energies. So I'm going to start with a general overall, and then we'll get into it. So the first card I get for the numerology card for the feminine is 14, moderation. Well, right away that makes me think of the drink. I don't know what that says about me. Moderation. So there's something here that we have to, oh great, just hold on here, there we go. There's something going on here. Do I have to go up one more? There we go. Hey Alba, thanks for coming in, guys. So we're on the feminine here. Now I'm trying to get that glare out and maximize the picture. Here we go. I'll get it. Okay, so 14 breaks down to 5. Moderation. Okay, just give me a minute here. Really what I'm thinking about is, hey Melissa, is what is it that we have maybe even been obsessed about in the last while here? Is a sense of toning that down or it flooding itself out. That's the sense I'm getting. We've overdone something here, whether it's being with a person, an individual, or something in our life that's kind of run rampant or brought us to a place of obsession. This is what we're working on, moderating that so that we don't let it run our lives, okay? So this is kind of the energy that kind of flows through the whole reading here, okay? Moderation. It's kind of orangey and green. Green is about healing and balancing, right? So this is all what it's about. Now, the general energies as we get into just generalized energy beyond numerology. First card for the feminines, gateways. I don't know if that music's too loud. I like music, it kind of sets the tone, but a little loud. Okay, gateways. So gateways, there she is. Man, I can't. Okay, that's it. That's as far as I can go. Okay, the gateways here. Still trying to set everything. I threw myself off by changing my whole desktop. Gateways about opening up new territory, right? Going into new things, feeling new things out, and exploring new things. So gateways is, that's what I'm getting. We're wanting to open up new areas, new spheres of thought, new ways of being, okay? So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. New areas opening up energetically, this moon stuff. And there's an eclipse, and you know what? I was supposed to check into that before today, and I forgot. But I'll do that sometime in the week here. Yeah, there's something about eclipse coming up here. So that will help you get rid of these things that need to go. Get it out of there. Because you may be working on that already. You may be well on your way to saying, yeah, this has got to go. But that eclipse energy really just kind of cuts it off, cuts all ties, and gets you energetically flowing in a new way. So that's exactly what I feel from here. These gateways, that's what's going to open up after this eclipse season, okay? Next card, peace. That's what she's looking for. Peace of mind, peace in relationships, right? Peace and harmony, too, I feel is in brackets here. So that's what this woman's looking for, and that's, you know, really the doors that are going to start opening up for her in these areas. May not have been in the past, but are going to do this. Again, I got to break this down to a week, but the energy that I feel is long time, just had no peace. Okay. Last card for general, irresistibility. That's good. Can always use that, right? Feeling like tapping into the peace and feeling the gateways coming at us from all angles here. This irresistibility is going to kind of come out naturally once we gain that peace of mind, sense of less chaos in our lives, period. Then we'll be able to relax and be truly who we are without the stress, without the chaos, without the turmoil. So this is the energy that we're wanting to fly off in, and it's going to naturally come about. So this is good little wave we're hitting here of good stuff. Okay, so this is the general energies for the week for the feminine. Now, as we start into, they said, well, we want the angel cards for the women. I said, okay, and here we go. First angel card. Two of Pentacles, juggling. And again, that's balancing, right? I gotta keep track of what's going on here. Moderation, right? Juggling, keeping things in check. This is all part of that. And look at the green, how it stays. Feel like this is a new thing for these feminines. Trying to balance in a way that is different than they've ever balanced in their lives before. Okay, it's a sense I'm getting. Boy, these cards don't show well here. Sorry, guys. That's the best I can do there. So a sense of juggling, and the sense to more than juggling is to kind of keep things, what's the word? Toned, right? Toned down. Moderation is really high above this, but there's something here we're trying to keep afloat, and it's accentuating that. Next card, Four of Swords, healing, resting, recuperating, right? Recharging the batteries. So having to do with these things, you know, we may be taking on a little too much. I feel like the females are trying to really, they're trying to get things in control. It's almost like they're avoiding their romantic life, and we'll find out down the road here where that sits. But it's almost like they're trying to divert their attention away from the romance area and, you know, get involved in work, say, or hobbies. And during this time now, they're taking on a little too much, or maybe taking on quite a bit of things. But nonetheless, they're going to do it at a pace of Two of Pentacles, not 6 or 8, right? We're only going to do a few things and just kind of keep us steady, which is good. And then the Four of Swords is still in the background saying, yeah, we need some healing, some emotional healing here. And don't, you know, leave that at the back door, okay? Third for the angel cards, action, Three of Pentacles. So taking that balance and taking it one step further. And usually the Three of Pentacles has a connotation of people, community, communing together to make things happen, right? So that's the sense I get here. We may not be, because I'm already getting a scenario. I hope the cards line up because I haven't looked. But there's a scenario here of kind of leaving a relationship or making it not a priority for sure, and moving in a different direction and trying to open up. And maybe this was where that balance was not, right? Maybe this is where the moderation sits, because 5 is about change. There need to be change in a relationship so we can moderate our life in a better, more balanced way. That's really what I'm getting, okay? So second level energies here for the basic feminine, okay? Well, they don't want me looking at the cards, so. Four of Wands. Wow. Okay, that's about stability within the home. It's also about celebrations and feeling great foundations. We may have had this in our life. The sense I'm getting is, well, I may be overblowing here. Sense I get here is a need to balance within that. Okay, keep things balanced within the home. is what I'm getting overall. But a sense of excitement comes with this card because look at all the leaves and the people, the dancing. It's all great. So next card, Ace of Swords. It's about truth telling, victory, sense of this in our lives, okay? We may be feeling very sturdy at home, and that makes us feel very confident and stable outside of it, right? Okay, but we may have, again, had an imbalance somewhere. Next card, that is the King. Yeah, knights are on horses, I think. King of Wands. So this is a man, he is king, and his element is fire. He is very focused. He has his eye on something. He usually attains this. So there may be a man like this in your life. Very, I mean, he don't rest on his laurels for very long, man. If he wants something, he goes and gets it, takes action. You know, he may be a little impulsive, may have a little bit of a quick to anger, but he goes after what he wants and he gets it. And then, you know, on to the next thing. So he's very speedy and very precise. But again, this may be an energy you're dealing with or the energy you are in at this time. Okay, which could be 50-50 for, yeah, the sense I'm getting is it's split here. We may have a man like this, a king in our life, that is very action oriented and, you know, doesn't let anything rest for very long. If you want it done, it's done. Boom, next, right? Or this can be you coming into this action oriented ability over this time. Okay, so that's the general. Second level general. First card, Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is about sneaky behavior. This guy's taken away with 4 swords and there's 2 left behind, so somebody's going to know they're missing. He knows it's wrong, but that's okay. He's going to try and get away with it anyway. So there's this kind of behavior. Either you may be doing this, you know, you may be doing something in this way, or someone around you is doing this, okay? Next card, High Priestess. There's that instinct looking at you going, do you really think you want to do this? That judgment, relief from our own mindset, is going, okay, we could do this and we may or may not get away with it, but you know, kind of a selfish reason I feel is what's coming from this. Is I'm trying to get something for myself here. May not have gotten anything like this in the past, but there's an instinct going, you know, do you think this is the brightest idea you've ever had? And the next card, Ten of Swords, which leads me to believe no. I think that the sneaky behavior now may have been put upon you by someone else, right? Because he's got 4 swords, and look at those 4 that are white, right? They're going, look, or no, there's 5 there. Actually, there's 5 there. But give me a moment here. Seems like somebody's been sneaking away, right? And hurting us to a degree that we just can't put up with. And of course, there's instinct here is telling us something's off, is the sense I get. But at the same time, it still happened. It's still, but at the 10, we're at the end of the cycle, so we're not going to put up with it no more. We're done. That's all they can put in us, right? That's all the swords they got. So this is all we can do. We got to use our instinct from here forward, is what they're saying, to make better decisions and act quicker from our instinct than we have in the past here, immediately in the past, because that's the sense here, is we just waited too long to let this die, right? We should have put it to bed a long time ago, and not in a good way, right? Okay, so that is, so in a sense here, really, you know, that whole relationship thing, that's the sense I get, is, you know, there's one over here. And though we may have thought this was, you know, how do you say, the best thing since sliced, right? It may not have been for us, right? Because we just didn't get treated right. So we're trying to balance. We may have been obsessed by this partner to a degree we lost ourselves. And now we're getting back to, we have to get back to routine because this partner, to rebalance our lives without that person is really the sense I get. So now we're going to move into the love and sex areas. So we'll start out with the romantic part of it. First card. This is my dud card. Okay, I take the kind of the Joker card and I put it in the deck to symbolize, you know, this is when the universe can keep secrets. None of your business. We can't tell you, can't give you that puzzle piece right now because it will change the fate that is printed for you. Basically, I used to get cards in my readings. It didn't make sense. There's one card don't fit, and I knew energetically didn't fit. And I'm like, what do you do that for? And they go, well, it's because this person cannot know all the details. You cannot know everything, or you would change things or manipulate, or you could, what's the word? Self-sabotage, you know, that kind of thing. That could come into your sphere. They don't want to do that. They know that this is a very integral, fated part of your life that needs to work. So this is the card to symbolize that. Can't give you nothing, basically, but to tell you that it has to do in your romantic area, and that will be controlled universally, and you really do need to approach it with a spontaneous attitude and make decisions on the fly, and this is how fate works, right? So the Romance Tarot, no expression there. Now the next card. Oh man, sense of humor. The Empress again. Or sorry, High Priestess, right? So we got two of them sitting here. One looking one way, the other looking the other way. One's looking at the future is the sense I get here, right? Because you got a crystal ball. And the other one may be looking at the past, or, you know, how things are written, you know. That's the sense I'm getting here, is that these women, no matter whether they look at the past, predict the future, have instincts about the now, they're looking through their books and searching, right? Because we've learned a lesson here, I think, through our instinct through this process of being with this person or this whole chaotic mess. And that's what's really sticking out to me here. So third and final romance is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this one, just look at her. She's not too happy, but she has been through hell and she's learned, right? She's learned that you step up to this sword at my feet and you bow down. You may even kiss it if you want, right? This is the sense you get from the sword. She's just not going to put up with nothing. And it's because she's been through hell and she's had to put that wall up, and she's got that wall up, but she don't want that wall up, right? She wants to be able to let people in, but she's got hurt from doing this. So this is part of that. Her instinct now is telling her wall up. Okay, so this is what is happening. So we may have some feminines here that are just in defense mode, walled up, barriered off, that kind of thing. So this is the energy in the romantic area. It's not that great. So next level, we get into the sex. See if, I don't know if the sex is going to be any better once you have those cards. Nonetheless, woo, Tower. So 15, again, nudity for those above 18, whatever, or below 18, watch out. Now this is about jealousy and a lover. It's also about destructive energies within a partnership. We may have had some jealousies here, may have had someone take off on someone else. This is all symbolized through this card. Every time I turn it off and every time it goes off. Next card, the World, and that symbolizes that cycle, the end of a relationship here. We may have had a relationship that ended over jealousies or things in this way. They're making me well aware of this man coming at her. There may have been a relationship here that busted for whatever reasons of jealousy and whatnot, but this here is symbolizing a new, you know, the end of a cycle. And the sense I'm getting, you usually don't pick up on that, is there's a new man coming in, okay, for the feminine. Again, next card, the Magician. Look at that. Look at her start fresh. So that's the energy needed to move forward, progress forward in a what's the word? Powerful way, right? So it meshes, right? We're not getting any, but the cycle here ended, and it ended because of, you know, some kind of either a triangular situation or issues within the relationship that just could not be dealt with, and the cycle ended, and now we're going to start fresh, right? The magician, he comes in, he pulls rabbits out of his hat. So don't be surprised if you have new opportunities coming. Why? Because of this gateways card, right from the beginning, we bring that in, that opens doors in new directions, and that was the sense I was getting. Okay, so I'm going to give a love card to wrap it all up, hopefully help. Oh yeah, and I got a block card too. Hold on. Choose love. You always have a choice to choose what you should do. So that's, you know, even though we've been hurt and it may have been a betrayal, whatnot, right? And the sense is here, just had enough. That's what they said, had enough. And whatever direction we decide, they're making me look at that butterfly in there with the little yellow flowers. Like, we got to stay positive about our future, because for a while that's got to hold us, right? And then once we get over that hump of feeling, you know, destroyed about, we can move forward. So choosing love, even though we've been hurt in this way, is really something that takes a lot of courage, and they want you to invest in that courage so that you can get yourself forward to new love. The quicker we get on that, and again, don't avoid your emotions, but at the same time, don't dwell in them. And the block card, passion, is the block card. This is interesting. It says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly and focus on people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So if we're someone here who has been in a position where we're in between, okay, passion may be hard to come by at this time, right? It's hard to get fired up when you're feeling depressed or blocked. That is your block, right? Passion is blocked from you. So you're not going to feel that naturally at this time. But try and get out of your head and feel that fire in your belly again, so you can focus on people outside of the situation that actually came upon. And through the whole process, keep moderation in mind, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to balance your home and romance life. That's what they said. That's what it comes down to, is romance and life, or work and life, or work and romance. All of that has to be balanced in moderation, so that not one is overbearing, because the sense I'm getting is we're really tipping on the relationship and everything else just fell apart. It was all relationship. That's what we're dealing 24/7, right? So we want to balance that out and keep everything in moderation, and things will go smoother for the next one. Okay, so that is the feminine energies for the week. It's an exciting week, and I get a sense, even though it may not be this week, of passion looming for those heavily singled, right? Okay, so masculine energies, their numerology card, what do we get? Woo, wow, 99. Compassion. That comes at me heavy. So there's this sense here that the masculine may be dipping into his feminine energies, okay? Now, this is a very dark, very purple, right? That's higher realms. So there's a lot of infusement, I feel like. 99, 9 is about a spiritual card. It's about getting towards completions. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming here. Sense of the males making this a priority. Heavily guided, absolutely. But nonetheless soaking it up. Like, they're showing me, you know, those little animal things, you put them in a capsule for the kids and you put it in a drink of water and it just explodes into this little giraffe or whatever, or buffalo or whatever it is. It's like that. They're absorbing the compassion like that. That's what they're showing me. So this is good, because this is what is needed to get where they want to go in their heart. They know intellectually where they want to go, but they need the compassion to get there, and they haven't always had that, is the sense I get. Okay, so there's 99. That's pretty powerful. Compassion. Nice energy. So as we go into the general masculine, first card. Guidance. There he is again, needing that guidance, and guess what? It's there for him. This card was here last week in some shape or form. I don't remember correctly. But yeah, very much being guided, taking the guidance in, and taking action from it. The thing, I think the secret here is they're showing me it's like he doesn't even know. He's being guided, and that's why it's going so smoothly. If he knew, he might be in resistance. He doesn't even know. He's just going with the flow, and this is really smooth and natural. So this is good. He's going to get where he needs to go quicker and faster. Next card, discovery. Because of the guidance, we're going to be making quite a few discoveries along our path. And it's the sense I get is the excitement. There's going to be some excitement coming through. Because the orange, they're showing me the orange this guy carries, and that's, you know, action and excitement and motivated to go forth. And then the blue, they're showing me the blue in the eyes. It's kind of like, we got to keep it calm on the interior, but we're excited to see some results here. And it may be in love directions, no less, but there's something they're after, something they're trying to gain forth. And that action, they're really, it's almost, it's like they are expecting to get results, and they almost are predicting the results they're going to get. So this is what's driving them so forcefully. Okay, I'm wording that right. So that's good energy. Next card, leadership. Taking a lead here where they have not always put their best foot forward is what they said. Their best foot forward. The eagle landing down. It's like we may have taken too high a view here. The sense I'm getting is in relationships. We may have been too removed from relationships. Now the eagle's landing on him, saying, okay, we're going to get real here. Now we're going to open up this compassion area and let her flow. Are you ready? Right? This is the sense I'm getting. And he's going, hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's motor. What am I going to find out, right? He's just chuffed to find out something different. He just wants to discover new things, right? Get what's going to happen if I try this. This is the sense. It's like titillating to him. So he's excited, and he's looking forward to taking a lead here where he never saw. It was almost like the door was closed, and not only that, it was veiled. We didn't even know there was a door there. All of a sudden, there's a door, and then we go and open it. We want to open what's behind it, right? This is what I'm getting from the masculine. Very curious energy as to, like a new discovery of the mind has been instinctively infused, and they're going to go forward with it. So it's really good stuff. So again, another deck here with some nudity. I'll just say that before I start. My Celtic deck. It's my favorite, but we'll see if we get any nudity. Oh, this is good, baby. The sun. Sunshine. That's about being happy and joyful with your life and excited. And that is the sense here. You know, this guy's not too stressed out at this point. Again, instinctively driven by stuff going on in his mind that's coming off really well. So we're just like a kid in a candy store. Well, what's that? I want some of that. Can I taste that? Can I go here? Can I do this? And they're just curious. So that's the sense here I get from that. And a sense too, right? Look at the baby floating, right? So a sense of being high on themselves or on life at this time. And not only that, you know, a lot of these cards, the sun, can symbolize children in our life. You know, the way that children are, they so easily absorb joyful energies, you know, and they so easily go outward in them. That's the sensation here. And the sunflowers are always just about the joy and the love and the happiness. Hey, Allie, thanks for coming in. So all about the illumination and joyful processes masculine's going through, the curiosity's driving them. It's all good, right? It's all good. Next card, Seven of Cauldron. This is interesting because in this deck, and they did tell me to choose this deck, There are a lot of options here. There's all these cups, right? And that could symbolize confusion in some decks. There's everything. There's dragon in one, and a flower in another, ivy in another, and whatever. This one, there's nothing but this flower at the end, right? And it may be one of the smaller pots, but it's the most beautiful to him. And I always see this as a man that has his sights set on a woman that he's interested in. It's like his heart is welling so big, right? And that's the sense I get here. Again, if I can find that card, with the compassion. We're filling this man with compassion, and what's it doing? It's making him happy, and then it's making him see more clearly, without a doubt, this is the direction I want. I want that one with the flower in it. That's what I want. So some of these men who may have been confused about which way to go in a love-related way are suddenly coming down to brass tacks here. Why? Because we're being guided intuitively by our compassion. And when it goes from there, man, it's just no doubt. Yeah, I know, it's this one right here. That's it. Done. So men can be very simple, and that saves them a lot of hassle, you know? So this is the process. Next card for the masculine. Again, 2 shields. That's about juggling. Juggling. So we may have some men juggling more than one relationship. Again, we see, sorry about the glare, guys. We see one flower in that pot here. So we know in our heart, there's one that rises above the rest. But nonetheless, we may be mentally conflicted. Sense I get here is emotionally, right? Because we have cups in the middle, and that's what he's looking at. But we're happy, no less. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that. Now we got to look here. There's the infinity symbol, right? So that's about heavy-duty relationships. When we're talking infinity, high vibrational, okay? Now, second row, base energies. First card, 8 of Pentacles, working hard. This man's working hard. He's building up his finances, his life, his home, his ability to be financially stable, secure, all of it. He's working hard to stabilize that. I feel like this is all pushed to a pinnacle or an apex because of this interest that he has in this one direction, okay? Maybe wanting to solidify things to a higher degree than normal. Next card, Ace of Wands. That's about passion, new beginnings, actions, wanting to take forth new directions. Again, there's one direction he wants to go, okay? Next card, wow, 10 of Cups here. That's about happy life, right? Happy home life. So this man is working hard to bring the passion forth. Why? Because he wants to have a happy, emotional, stable, sorry, I said that wrong. He wants to have happily ever after. That's what it is. 10 of Cups, that's it. Happily ever after in the emotional sense of the word. This is what I want. And in order to do that, I got to take my passion forward. I'm working hard to gain stability, and we'll get there. So I'm going to go into the little purple cards and see where we head here before we get directly into the love and romance. This man is definitely putting in a lot of effort and hard work. Man. 3 of Swords. So this is about heartbreak. Out, out, out. As Mike would say. Out, out, out with the pain. So there's a lot of pain that this man has gone through in one particular direction. I feel like some of these men, not all of these men, may have been dealing with a breaking of one relationship and a moving to another, may not have understood the process fully, okay? This is the sense I'm getting. Yeah, some heartbreak here nonetheless. The sense is we could be moving from one to another, really is what I'm getting. Next card, 10 of Wands. And that's about burdens that we carry. And we may have had a burdensome relationship that we were carrying for way too long, right? We had to put it down. It's too heavy. May not have been in sync completely with the partner, but because of work and life going on around, right? It gets in the way of seeing that clearly. Maybe our focus wasn't on relationship, it was more on work. So we let the relationship stuff slide, this kind of thing, right? Again, this is feeling like past energy that we are letting go of and we have let go of. So heartbreak because we had to drop burdens here that we were carrying for too long. That's what they're saying. We're just carrying it for too long, not realizing the time it had come to do it. Next card, Justice. So there's the Justice come down. I feel like for some men, they may have had some kind of something happen to them rather than them make that decision. It was put upon them, because this feels very universally driven to me. It's like you are carrying too much here, and the universe goes, we will not have this. So we have to create something that wakes you up. And in a lot of these men, that's what they do. They go to work, they come home, they go to work, they come home. And they don't realize their life is not balanced in that way either, right? Again, past energies that we're trying to work ourselves through here is what I'm getting. So let's see what comes in the love and sex area. Should be interesting. In the romance, first card, Strength, 8. The man is pulling on the woman. She's cement. She will not be moved, right? I mean, he could do it with all his might. It's not going to happen. So there's something here that this man wanted either from this woman or out of the relationship that could not happen. And this was the essence here. You're not going to get it from here. So we need to go. That's, again, not my opinion. That's them talking. So next card, 4 of Cups. That is about love offerings outward. Again, non-traditional with most of this stuff. But the sense here is this man is leaning over to greet this woman and with her hand, just soft, compassionate gestures toward another, right? There's a sense here we had a direction where we just couldn't make headway, but there was a direction here where we're having introductions and feeling very grand toward that partner, right? Meeting someone here, it really flicks our bick, right? It turns it on. So he just brought out the compassion. Instead of getting hardcore with it, though, he brought out the compassion, and then there he is bending over to, whatever, help her with her cat. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. But this is the sense, the 4 Cups, the introduction to emotional centers. Yeah. Next card, 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles? Yeah. Okay. Give me a moment here. Oh, sorry again. These light cards don't transfer well. There we go. So the 2 of Pentacles is about, they're shown here by children. You know how children can be like, get out of here. Don't kiss me. I don't like you. Get out of here. They're so fickle. That's the sense I get back here. We're bickering and nothing's going right, and maybe we shouldn't really even be together. We don't quite get along. This is the sense I'm getting. These 2 cards are linked. This, I feel, is a different energy. This is where we want to go, and it may be in our minds that we want to go this place, that we just haven't found an outlet for it. That could very well be as well. But the sense here is that, usually at the end of the day, they get back together or not back together. They kiss each other goodnight and they start all over again. But this is, this is passé. This is not what I want from my everyday. I don't want to be arguing and squabbling, and that's not my thing. So I'm going to pass it by. I need to pass it by. Something happened, I have to pass it by. This is basically what's going on. Okay, so that's the romance energies. So we're going to get into the physical side here. First sex card, again, nudity. Queen of Wands. So, You may have had a Queen of Wands, either one that you've broken from or one that you're going to. In this particular card, this woman is turning it on for the man. She's kind of showing off. It's kind of like an introductory phase, right? I like what you got. Show some more. Da da da. This is the energy. So this would be something I think that the man he may have gotten in this way. I don't know. I'll have to, when I get the 3 cards here. But the sense I'm getting is this is what he's wanting in the new direction. Okay. Next card, Ace of Swords. That is new beginnings, okay? Ace of Swords, though, is interesting because we have 1 stab in that heart. So there may be a sense here some of these masculines are dealing with a relationship that they didn't put a lot of effort in. There was stuff going on, early warning signals is what they said. We're listening, and now we're out of there, right? So the sense here is, you know, we may have found a new beginning here and got ourselves out of something else. So it's interesting because we got a Queen of Wands, which is fire, which is Aries, Leo, or Sag. So that could be one of the scenarios here, left or right wing. And then there's the Ace of Swords is a new direction. So that's air, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. So you're either coming from one, going to the other. That's the sense I'm getting here. Seeing more potential in this new direction forward to meet all your boxes, right? Your checks. Yeah, check, 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 check. It's going to meet all of those. We weren't really aware that we had a track sheet here in the last one. We didn't have a track sheet for the last one, but we didn't get too far in for some of us before we seen, you know, the red flag, and we're like, okay, yeah, that's enough. You know, I've seen enough. I know. And now we're going in a new direction, starting fresh, okay? Now the third for the sex card is the Empress, and that is the epitome of what a man wants, right? She's fertile, abundant, she's rich, she's sexual, she's, what do you call that, provocative to him. That could be taken the wrong way. Abundant and fruitful in every sense of the word, basically. This man sees what he wants in this woman, and it's the epitome of the Empress, and she's got it all, and she just hovers there, you know, vibrating in that frequency, and then in he comes, right? So it's all good. It seems like this man, the energy I'm picking up on anyway, it may not be all men in all situations, but the energy I'm picking up is we have busted from a relationship here that may or may not have gone smoothly, right? Or we may have or may have not been awake through it, basically is what I'm getting. And now we're going into a new relationship where we see stars here, and we're going, starting in that way, you know, yeah, that's all. Okay. So it's really the beginning process. This is what I feel. Now, love card to kind of tie it all together talks about forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. So again, going from one to another, right? Keeping in mind that forgiveness frees you up as well as the other person. And some people, they will not forgive because they don't want the other person to be free, but it's really you that needs to be free as well. So it's kind of a dual-edged here. So there's a sense of this looming, right? Some forgiveness that needs to come through. And again, I feel like it was the partner on the other side of this, or something wrapped around that happened to the man. I think if the man just went day to day, he would have not come across this opportunity to let go so quickly. But nonetheless, having to do with forgiveness, and nonetheless, he's going to have to dip into that at some point here in order to clear the way forward. Give me a minute there. Okay. Okay. The sense here, they're making me aware of these stairs, and they're going, this man is lifting his field, meaning when he looks at the next woman, he's going to increase his awareness of what he truly wants in a partner. And they're going, and the flame of passion increases as well. So don't, this is what is happening to this man. He's finding a new direction here. I mean, even though they got whips and chains and whatnot, he's finding a new direction here. We're going up the staircase. This is better. Why? Because we're aware. We're aware of the mistakes, and we're aware of what we did to make those mistakes. So we're, and not only that, we're feeling, right? All those feelings, like this is coming, like 99. I like to say like 90, like 90 miles an hour. 99, it's going to change. Compassion's coming at 99, and we're lifting up the staircase here. And then the hands, they were showing me as well, which means no longer are we going to be in a partnership where we feel like it's me against them. We're going to be in partnership as it defines the word, not against you, against me. And that's what he felt very much strongly in the last relationship. This could have been my enemy, and I got the same result. So now we're coming into a different energy field, okay? Block card. Surrender negative thinking. Ooh, that's very closely tied to, the forgiveness. I just want to look at something here. Yeah, well, he's guided, so he'll be okay. As long as he stays with that energy, he'll be good. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus a positive affirmation. Some men, this is going to be really hard. I feel like men really need to kind of flush this through their system. If they resist, man, it fuels tempers, and it gets them in a place where they short circuit. That's the way I feel, tapping into that energy. We don't want to short circuit, but at the same time, we want to get out of that as quickly as we can. And I feel like a lot of men are going to have a hard time, 1, with forgiveness, 2, with the negative thinking. Now, they're also giving me a heads up here. This energy here is going to be fueled through the next relationship. So the forgiveness will come to be once we feel more secure in moving forward with a new partner. So if those that are in breakups or in transitions, this is what's going to happen. The forgiveness is going to come after we solidify the new relationship forward. And the negative thinking as well will start to dissipate. Through that new relationship, they're wishing that it could happen differently, but they understand that this is the way that it will be. So when you have control over your thoughts, say thank you for sharing and gently move on. Quickly and gently move on to positive affirmations. Not a lot of men are in this zone, but that will help you. That will help you get out of that heaviness of being, okay? So that is masculine and feminine report. I'm going to just tie up the 2 significant cards here, or few significant, right? So for the man, forgiveness is the overall. He's going to be in his compassion. So this may not be as hard as he thinks or feels or it sounds to him at the time. The woman has to choose love above all else, and also keep in mind moderation. Look at your life where it was out of balance. Again, in the relationship area, I'm feeling it was like the teeter-totter was, she's flying off that thing on the other end because she just was all love all the time. It's too much. Wasn't in moderation, so that's why things didn't work out very good. This man, he's in compassion, so things are going to start going right for him. That's just all I see. It's just very simple with the man. Compassion, go forward. Things start lining up. Puzzle pieces start falling into place. What the hell? So the man's going to realize in a heavy way. So those are the energies again, masculine and feminine. So hopefully that helps you in some kind of way. I am going to be coming in this week. I got my, not surgery, but teeth appointment on Thursday. So I'm going to be in YouTube on Wednesday. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I know when I put out polls and stuff, I think I'm just going to go with the flow. But my intent is to do energy healing, infusement, happy vibes, clearing of chakras and whatnot. So this will be my plan. Okay, so I'll be on YouTube 8:30 Central Standard Time. I'll put a posting here as well sometime before then. And I'll be in for an hour or whatever. Sometimes I stay a lot longer than I should, but I'll see how I feel at that time. So take care, everybody. Have a great week. And I will see you Wednesday maybe if you come into YouTube. If not, take care, have fun, and be kind. You're welcome, Vivian. Take care. Good evening.